All right, what's up, YouTube? I decided to open up a live trading session, so this will be just like a simulated trade. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna get straight into it. So as you know, I did have a couple open orders, as you see right here. I'm doing pretty horrible right here on the XIV, and this is market strength. Since the market is selling off, I'm down about $1,200. Let's see if I can make that up. And as you see, it's kind of going up for right now, but the market is definitely down since geopolitical risk. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a trade right here. We're gonna buy maybe just 100 shares, and we're gonna see what this does. We see that it's oversold, and we're just gonna fill in just a couple hundred shares here, and we're filled, and we're gonna see, can we make it on the bounce. Now you see, we never want to buy into a sell-off, but today I'm definitely going to try to open up a trade and show you guys, how exactly it looks. So this is my first time, kind of trading on this simulated trade. So what price was I filled at? Okay, I was filled at 1276. That's a pretty nice price. Okay. Okay. So as we see, let's see if we can look at our positions here. AMD, we're doing pretty good. $9 up. We're up $9 so far on on the dip. Let's see if we can get a bounce here. We see it at these levels again. Let me go ahead and buy some more. Another 100 shares here filled in. And as you hear the noise, it is getting filled. But this is definitely a volatile stock. So definitely be careful when when you want to day trade these things, because this is definitely a volatile stock. And as you see, that 1281, it was the bottom. We don't know if that's going to hold, but for right now, we're starting to see a temporary bounce. I don't know if this stock is going to go back to 1290, but as you see here, it's climbing up. You see the oversold levels are kind of alleviating right here, but at the same time, we're dealing with a sell-off. So when sell-offs happens, this stock tends to move very volatilely. So let's check out our trade once again. We're up about $18. And let's go ahead and buy. I'm gonna go ahead and move up the order to about 900 shares, and we're gonna see how we're gonna do here. And we were filled at 1287. We're still oversold in this level right here, and hoping for the $13 price target here. Let me see. All right. So this is definitely all it is to it. When you want to kind of day trade these things, you want to look for a bounce. You want to look for any type of weakness. That is definitely the key to go ahead and sell. And as you see here, we're still dealing with a sell-off right now. You see the RSI of 27, and I know we probably turned negative on the trade, but okay, we're up about $60. Pretty, we're doing pretty good on the trade, and this is definitely something that you want to check out, but I know we're probably going to, bounce back to negative levels here. Let's see. Yeah, we're back at $27 of profit. We're filled in about 1,100 shares here. As you see, I'm hoping for a bounce here. I'm hoping to show you guys a really good bounce. I really want to buy some more shares, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more shares. This is definitely simulated trading, as you see right here, not a real trade. Definitely simulated trading. So I definitely do have no emotions attached to this account, so I can go ahead and buy as many as I can. And now, as you see, we're up about $1,400 shares, and we're back to that $64 level. I think I might cash out if we go back to that $12.87 level. But then again, that is when one of my prices was filled. We can go ahead and check and see those orders. As you see, 1279. Okay, so I was filled. Okay, 1280. This is when I was filled. So we might have to hold it on for a little bit longer. And as you see here, we're still dealing with a negative trade. And so we're gonna kind of let that one build up, and we're gonna go to the TVIX, and we're gonna see if there's an open position there. As you see, we're dealing with overbought levels right here, and this is definitely just a huge sell-off. And I wouldn't say it's a huge sell-off magnitude, but definitely open up a lot of quality names. So if you're thinking about buying AMD shares like me, I'm definitely looking for a pullback, and this pullback is definitely not one you want to go ahead and buy. But as you see here, these levels on AMD is, they're pretty nice. So let's go back into the trade. Let's see how we're doing. 26. We're still at the oversold level. We're still $49 profit right here. We're kind of, alleviating some of that down pressure since the back end of the TVIX was oversold. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let this build up. Let's see if we want to short the NASDAQ. Oh wait. All right, let's see if we want to short the NASDAQ. Definitely we're dealing with overbought levels. So let's go back to the TQQ and we want to, okay, now we see that we're dealing with an oversold level here at 22. We're going to open up a trade right here for a couple. I don't think I'm, going over my buying power here, but we're going to open up a position right here for the NASDAQ. We're going to get bullish on the market. Even though it's a sell-off, we definitely want to get bullish on the market. I want to see if I can make up for, those losses. Okay, now look, check it out. The market is kind of alleviating. We see that, I was doing pretty good on AMD. Is AMD back off of those? Okay, AMD is still dealing with oversold levels. We're still at 27, as you see, 1284, and my profits are building up. We're at about $64 on the day, and yeah, I might just keep holding this. I might hold it for a couple more minutes. I might start, selling off shares. But definitely this is a really good trade, so I can show you guys how to trade these things. Now we're back at these 1287 levels. Remember, I was filled at the highest price of 1280. Oh wait, we did a pretty good bounce. Okay, now we're up about $100 per trade. Let me go ahead and create a closing order. Okay, we're up about 90. Wait, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that. All right, we're up about $96. Now check it out. We're dealing with, it's starting to bounce. Now just check this out. Just watch it. RSI levels are showing that, it was weak right in here, and I bought on the dip. I'm not going to buy any more shares, but I'm definitely looking to exit out of this position. So this is what happens when you want to exit out of position. You just definitely, click this button right here, and you open up an order. We do have about, 1,200 shares, and we're going to go to the downside. We're going to go alleviate about let's do about 800 shares. We're going to get out about 800 shares, send it out, and let's see if we're going to get filled here. We're hoping to get filled on a sell order here, take some profits here. You see $106 on the day. Now the market is kind of rebounding here, $98 on the day. Let's see if we get filled. And this is as easy as it comes. When you're dealing with a sell-off like this, there are definitely names that you want to definitely get into and hold for a bounce. So as you see, we're dealing with oversold levels. No longer oversold. We might see $13. So I'm gonna hold majority of my share, or I would say less than majority of my shares, and we're gonna see if we can get to that $13 level. But hopefully, I can get filled here. We're still waiting to get filled because I do sometimes these orders take a while to get filled since you're dealing with a large amount of shares. So let's just wait on that and see what happens. So now you see that AMD is now kind of selling off since people are, seeing the top for that. TD Ameritrade, it always gives you the limit order. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. But we're definitely going to hold on to this for a little bit longer. We definitely will see those levels again. We're back to $22 profit, but this is simply my mistake on my end because I set in a limit order. Wasn't really paying attention, but we're going to definitely hold this out, hold this throughout the for a couple minutes. We're going to see where this goes. So now we're back to those $22 levels. So like I said, when we're dealing with oversold levels, we definitely want to bound to bounce. And this is what happens. We're oversold once again, bounce, oversold. We're trying to bounce, come out this level right here, but for right now, the market is kind of looking a little weak. So this will definitely be a beautiful bounce. Once we get some buyers coming in here. And we can easily look for stocks that are down. We go to pre-market movers, post-market movers, and they definitely give us a pretty good range of stocks. A lot of people talk about penny stocks. I really don't care for them, but let's see if we can get a trade here. This is a gold short. So if you want to short gold, this is definitely one way to do it. Let's check back with AMD. Definitely doing kind of bad on this position since I was not able to sell, but hopefully I can get filled once again. We're back at $35. We're still building up. As you see, if you buy enough shares, you can make a lot of money. So there's no doubt about that. But I know a lot of people, they do get confused. All right, let's check out this TQQ position. As you see, we're up about $130. Let me go ahead and sell for the day for that. Create a closing order. We're gonna sell with the limit here. We're gonna go ahead and confirm. We're gonna confirm the sell here, and let's see if we get filled. God, I really hate these limit orders here. Okay, we see that we're seeing a lot of weakness going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the step to buy more shares. Look at this sell-off. Completely amazing. We might see a reprice. There might be a repricing going on here. This stock right here is definitely, one of the most volatiles right here, since it does give you an amplified return of the NASDAQ. Okay, I've reached my buying power right here, and look at the NASDAQ, completely amazing. Look at that. Now we're back down. Now we're doing horrible. Now look at that. Look at this. The market strength has definitely left the building. Look at that. Crazy. And these are the levels that I was talking about on my Instagram stories. I said if we're going to break those levels, we might be in some trouble here. Look at that. Look at that gap down. That definitely leaves us room to go back down here and retrace these $60 levels. And that clearly lets us know that the market is definitely doing something that we do not want to be a part of. But if you're a long-term investor, these prices right here, they're definitely gold for you since you have a long-term viewpoint. So if you wanted to go ahead and buy, I would say if you're feeling lucky, you want to go ahead and buy maybe over 10 shares. Once the market retraces back to these levels right here, you're going to be doing over You're going to be doing over $100 in profit, just about. So that's something to think about in the long term. Remember, these dips mean nothing, and the long-term perspective, you see these small dips right here, and as you see, the market continues to rip higher. Small dips continues to rip higher. Now we're in a trading range right here. So let's check out some of the defense stocks. I know General Dynamics was mentioned last night. All right, TQQQ. We're doing negative on AMD's position. I'm not too sure why TD Ameritrade wants me to put in a limit order right here. Which is going to come down dramatically. So many different areas. So like I said, remember, these names are definitely volatile. doing absolutely horrible right now. How much do you guys want to bet that in a week this will all be green? This all will be green. We have a long-term view on these. And usually when I buy these stocks, I have a long-term view, but I wanted to show you guys a quick trade. But AMD is definitely levels that I wanted to buy into. Let me see if I can buy some more. See if I can buy some more here.
Your experience is kind. Their leadership is instinctive. They're experts in things you never heard of. Researchers in technologies that will make you better.
Market volatility is definitely out of the roof right now. Check out the T-Bix. Look at that. A lot of people are buying downside protection. And honestly, a lot of professionals are looking for the market to kind of sell off. And this definitely gives them some validity right here. So whenever you see retail investors start to go ahead and purchase stocks, that is definitely a time for, I'm going to try to open up a freaking sell order right here. Credit closing. Okay. Just fill me at any price. God. Okay. So we're dealing with $88 of profit. Seems like the market wants to kind of, come back to life. Look at these levels though. Like honestly, the Nasdaq is completely fell off a cliff just about right now. And to be able to retrace and bounce back up, there's definitely going to be a profitable day. Now, a lot of people, they tend to get scared when they're dealing with market indicators. But honestly, you see, I have not sold any positions yet. We're still building up in profits, as you see right here. We're still building. We're still building, and we're still oversold at these levels. So think about it like this: when you want to bet the riskier stocks, there's penny stocks and things like that. It's absolutely crap. You can definitely play stocks. It's, like the TQQ, you see profits are increasing. I know you see me with the losing positions elsewhere, but these are definitely a long-term view on this. I wanted to get on the XRT last night because I see, I showed that, it was definitely, what is it? I think it was a double bottom pattern forming. And, whatever the market wants to do, it's definitely going to do it. And you just kind of have to sit back and accept that. We're going to do a market order. Okay. They won't accept market orders. All right. All right, breaking news, Snapchat. Crappy company. Let's check that out. All right, let's go ahead and trade Snap. I'm going to open up a position right here. And maybe we're going to buy 100 shares. Let's go ahead and open up a position right here. I know a lot of people in my generation are definitely going to try to buy up this crappy company. Okay, let me go ahead and open up some room here. Speak with the head of the White House Economic Advisory Group, Blackstone Chairman and CEO Stephen Schwarzman. All right, we're gonna open up a market order. We're definitely gonna sell right here, and we're out of that. We're out of the TQQ. Let's see how much did we make. About, let's see, where was it? Get out of here. Are you serious? How did I lose $44? All right, anyways, let's go back to Snap. Horrible company. Let's see what happens when millennials, they feel confident in this company. All right, this guy filled Snapchat 2059, 2064. So a lot of people that buy the stock typically feel that Snapchat is definitely a profitable company, but typically that's simply not true. As you see here, we're doing about $18 in profit so far. And hopefully we see a really good bounce since this is a low float company or a low float type of shares going on here.
People come to the Caribbean for its translucent waters. We took it over the top. Water villas. Over the water chapel. Over the water bar. Over the water restaurants. Anything you could ever imagine. Santos, the world's only 5-star luxury resort. Call 1-800-SANTOS. The investment world is full of complex and expensive products. At Sector Spiders, we recognize the need for.
So we see why it's kind of hard to fill shares at a price at a market order.
You can see exactly what you're investing in with full transparency. Each sector has a diversification of mutual.
I'm definitely leaving these positions open so that way you guys can see what happens when you hold on to names that definitely have potential to go up. We cannot be scared of these short-term losses. I know this may seem like a lot of money to be losing. I'm down about $1,900, today. And when you think about it, this is an account that's worth over, whatever this is, worth over 100,000 so far. And I'm definitely interested in see how to actually trade on this software. These are definitely my first trades. Usually I put it into the phone. I mean, honestly, you can't be serious. All these names are completely oversold. Like, let's get real here. I hope I literally get in all these names. The amount of profit, you guys don't understand. The amount of profit that's gonna be made on this video is gonna be absolutely crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna go up today or tomorrow, but I'm definitely gonna see some profit here. So I know I'm still doing pretty horrible on this position right here. This is definitely on market strength. Let's check in on that chart. Let's go back to the XIV. Look at that. So now this support line is going to act as resistance once we try to break through this $66 to $65 type of level right here. And all we need to do is just get a good bounce. That's all it takes. So we see right here, I bought this because of the technicals. Let me show exactly what I mean by technicals. We have a double bottom forming here, and I want to get in. I was able to get in just before we would see a rally in price and probably break out of there. So that's my explanation for going ahead and buying shares of that. And this is market strength. I'm definitely feeling confident the market will bounce sooner or later. And Snapchat, we're kind of doing nothing on that. We're nothing on that. Kind of filled on that. But let's check out Snapchat. I really hate that company, honestly. So we see that we're still dealing with oversold levels here. There's just a lot of panic in the market, and if you can hold on to a lot of these quality names, you'll definitely do good in the market. So we see that there's a lot of panic. Berkshire Hathaway, there's definitely low volatility investing. I should be positive on that tomorrow. That's not oversold at all. Let's check out a 1 year. So we're up $6 to $12 on Snap. Still down on this. That's about the bulk of the losses right now. 30,000 in this position right here. And this is my first time going ahead and open up orders for this account. Lululemon, definitely a good name that was oversold for the year. And as you see here, we're dealing with those levels again. We're going to have trouble when it comes back to this 53 to 54 level. So I'm definitely going to hold once we get back up to that level. I will go ahead and place a sell order. So AMD, we're back turning positive here. Snap, we're back positive. This is still kind of negating gains here. Micron Technology. So we're not seeing a really good move. But a lot of these names are definitely going to bounce here. So let's hold on to these names. If you're fielding, any of these prices, definitely hold on to them. So a lot of people, they get confused when there's a sell-off going on. They typically get scared because you see stocks going down. But honestly, when stocks are going down, I'm definitely kind of getting into that bearish mode. So that way, I can actually get a position in on there. So 64, it has been achieved. We got to go back to 65 to actually see a real change here. So we're kind of alleviating some of that stress on the account right here. Back to $7.86. Now we're back negative. And basically that's all it takes. If you want to have a long-term view on this, if you were more short-term, you would definitely look for stocks like these. But I really can't do any short-term trading since, kind of focus on school. So let's look at the top loss for NASDAQ. And we can just go down the line here. And I don't know what that is. Okay, we can go down the line here and we can just look at different things. We see an oversold. What the heck? Down 50%. There's absolutely no buyers coming in, stepping in here. Or I'm gonna, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy all the oversold stocks, and we're gonna see how good I do. Fielded another order. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's simulated trading, so I really don't have emotions towards this account. What I mean by emotions is that just because I place a $1,000 order does not mean I'm going to feel obligated to go ahead and make that money, but I'm just definitely showing you guys how to fill orders and showing you guys how to take your profits and win. As you see, I was up about $100 on TQQ, and I put in a market order, and that typically rejected me and gave it sold me down to $44. So like I said, when you want to sell a certain amount of shares at a certain amount of price, it's going to be hard for you to get filled, simply because there's not a lot of people, buying that many at that price. So it definitely takes a while to get you filled. So this is the part I get stuck on because a lot of people are trading penny stocks, and I'm wondering, let's see. I don't know what the penny stock here. Let's see. Okay, we see right here. So if I were to go ahead and open up shares, say like if I wanted to, really be looking for a return here, I'll probably go ahead and put in an order for about 4,200 shares, and simply that probably won't get filled all in one day, or it might get filled, but at the same time, the volume is definitely getting super low each day, and now we're seeing a spike. We saw a spike. I'm not sure why we saw a spike on that day. There was absolutely no news, so it might be one of those pump and dump thing going on there. Hold on 1 second. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. So about all these names on oversold technicals, and we're doing nothing for this one, nothing for that one. We're losing about 40, or we lost about 44 on that one. Down about 1,500 on this. Down $3 on that. Down about $80 on that. What people aren't expecting is a lot of people aren't expecting for the market to bounce up. But when we do see a pretty good bounce, these losses will turn back into gains, and I can assure you that. So these are my positions. I will hold these throughout the week, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. So show you guys how to put in an order, limit, things like that. This is your expiration. This is your strike, letting you know what price you got filled. Status is letting you know it's working on it. So that's all I have for you guys. Take care.